Hello and welcome to Zugic Knight's review about Chaos Heroes Online, also known as Chaos Online in C, Korea and Japan. But let's talk about the game. So I did the game review about it, or first impressions, back 6 or 7 months ago about the C server where I played with a enormous huge ping. And this time I had a chance to play the North American / Europe version from Area Games, who is working as the new publisher for the Western release of the game. But first things first, I want to talk about, let's talk about the game, okay? So it started from Warcraft 3 map called Chaos Dota. And it was one of the first versions. I think it came before All-Stars. And it had like characters from random series like Skuldiger and others. And these characters are actually exclusive to the C server, so I'm not sure are we able to see Sega characters in the Western release. I know there's a certain affection of people who want to see them, but I can't promise anything and I don't know anything about it yet. But I guess it's safe to talk about the game. So the game is very similar to Dota. It uses the agility, strength, intelligence system. You have items very similar to it, but they're not the same, just same stats. And I mean, not direct copies, they're just using the same stat system. And then you have a really interesting consumable system where you can quick buy consumable, but this costs gold. You have spell immunity for 12 seconds, so you're immune to spells. Then you have a repel, which disables the spell shield. And this is like a counterplay embraced. And then you can buy cheese, this will restore health and mana. And then you have a potion that regens health and mana over time. And then there was a sixth item which I don't remember its effect. But you have pretty much, you can buy these from out of anywhere in the middle of the map, and you don't have to be on shop or anything. As for the items itself, I have to say it's big complicated to learn. I don't think it's the easiest system, or the game doesn't really allow you to really learn the item paths and all that. It's kind of random, I have to say. To this day I haven't really fully understand it, and it's not really beginner friendly. But also I could talk about the actual before we talk about more about the game, it's safe to talk about the actual client. So one of the confusing clients I ever used. It's really hard to know like what characters you own, and like some of the skins are not available in the game, you can't buy them. But in this games the skins change the character a lot. They change their voice pack, they're totally different character, they would just have the same abilities. And you have really vast amount of skins in the game, and they're pretty much a primary source which gives them money. Also the game has a crafting system which enables you to get in-game items to add more depth to the game, of course, and by all means it's not really simple. I think navigation in the actual menu is quite hard, and it could use some work and making things much easier. It has a beginner tutorial, but it doesn't really talk about the items that much. Basic mechanics are really okay, like how the characters responds to clicking is really smooth. Graphics are kinda, you could say they're a bit outdated. Even if you play with high amount of graphics, it doesn't necessarily look too good. The water effects are pretty cool. Also the game has really interesting mechanics for Warcraft 3, as for instance you're able to attack trees, and you're able to like kill the trees and like flank from behind or do this cool stuff. Also it has these waypoint things which enables you to teleport from a point to point. These are really Warcraft 3-ish elements, and I can see a lot of influence. Also it has a teleport which goes back to base, but unlike in League of Legends it has like a 270-second cooldown, but you're invulnerable to anything from while they're casting, so it's kind of like a get out of jail free card, and it's pretty effective because you can't be killed during using it. But overall the game is okay. There are better games out there for MOBAs. If you want to try it, you can download from the link down below and sign up for access for beta keys. And see you guys later on the next video. I'm not sick anymore, so more videos coming up really soon.